Hi guys, welcome back with me making onion tart from the Kerrygold website. Still working the Kerrygold. I think this is the last Kerrygold for a while. I don't know, depends what recipe I come along. But this one has a few steps and then waiting time. So flour in a bowl and then make a well. I'm going to grab a spoon for a moment. Spoon, make a well. There's already flour everywhere. And yeast. There's my scissors. Yeast in there. Let's get rid of that. It says break in yeast. I think I already did it wrong. Mix with sugar, milk into a dough. Or not. Maybe I should have downloaded the Dutch version. Anyway, I mix that in. And right now, we're cooking, not baking. So I think I'm safe with dumping all of the milk I have in there at once. So milk and sugar. And then it was 125 milliliters of milk and 1 tablespoon of sugar. So let's give this a mix till I can. It's not that sticky anymore. Plus I have more dough to spare right now. Even, yeah, I just said we're baking, not cooking, but even it's a dough, so yeah, we need a dough, so we need the right amount of liquid ratio to flour. So I'm not sure if I need this little. Anyway, I read the recipe, and there was a strange thing, because in ingredients it says that I need caraway seeds, but if you read the instructions, you need cumin. It just said cumin. So, and I think some of you might know that I don't like caraway seeds. So I'm going to use cumin. If I have the choice, is it me or is this a really tough dough? Let me cover and leave in a warm place for about 15 minutes. Well, it's over 30 degrees Celsius in the Netherlands today, I think. Or even around, just around, so. I'm trying to get all the pieces in, but I'm not sure if that's the correct thing to do here. At least that piece in. So this is dinner. Yeah, it even says main course. So I'm going to let this rest for 15 minutes. Let's put 15 minutes. 15 minutes on the clock. I can reuse this for later, maybe. I'm not sure if I need to. And I've got something new. Which are these thingies. So I can just cover it like this. You know what? Is the oven still? The oven is still warm too, so I'm going to place it in the oven, but with the lid. Is it a lid? With the door open, because it's still too warm from the previous recipe I filmed. So I'm going to have some lunch. Well, because the scones I made earlier are very nice, but I feel like I need to eat something that's not that sweet. These scones weren't that sweet, but the idea of... Anyway, I'm going to do that, and let me see for a moment before I press stop. Yeah, I have to peel red onions till I have 500 grams, so I'll do that in the meantime too. We'll see how things go. So far, I think it went better than most of my videos. So yeah, I'm going to eat something and start peeling onions. Okay, 15 minutes are over. I just started cutting my onions. So I'm going to keep doing it. But what I can do in the meantime, or well, I need to melt some butter in this pan, and let me show you. The dough became a little bit softer, but doesn't. For my idea, it didn't really do anything. But anyway, for 40 grams of Kerrygold in this pan. Let that melt for a moment, and then I have to add onion slices and cook over medium heat until they are soft but not brown. So I'm just going to dump the onions I did already in there. So I'm going to do a couple more onions, and then we're gonna So let's put this in here. That can start us off, because the next step is add 3 tablespoons Kerrygold and 1 teaspoon of salt to your dough. So let's do that first. And then the onions will every time a bit. So a little bit of salt. I don't want to do too much because of the previous recipe. And then we needed Kerrygold. So it says 3 tablespoons. So let me put on the glove for a moment. 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure if those are correct tablespoons because I used that one. This one in here. And then this knead everything together again to a smooth dough. Cover in a warm place for 15 minutes again, so I can continue the onions again. I put them on low, so I think if I keep stirring them, everything will turn out, or the onions will turn out okay. By the way, do you know more recipes where you add the butter later, like this? I don't think I had ever done that before. It's really tough though. So I use too much butter. And how long do I need till smooth dough? But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just not patient enough. You know, I don't know. My patience has been tested. So like I told you about the whole buying myself a gift and it not coming. It means I genuinely, somebody just stole it. Thought, oh nice Amazon package. I want to know what's in there. That's mine. What do you think of my dough? It feels like there are plenty of lumps in there, but it's better than I expected it would be. I think I'm going to leave it like this. I don't want to add too much butter, flour right now. My glove is good. So I'm going to cover this again. Back into the oven. And it has cooled down, so I'm closing it now. 15 minutes again. I'm going to cut up the other 4 onions and then I hope we'll continue because yeah, all the onions are in the pan to soften. There are still 9 minutes on the clock, but I thought let's continue. Because now I have some cream and I have 2 egg yolks from a previous recipe from yesterday. Happy I saved them. So they need to be whisked together. Whisk cream and egg yolks together. Seasoned with salt and cumin. So there's some egg in here. Just going to whisk it with a fork. And then let's add some cumin zaad. So cumin seeds is ground up cumin seeds, romein zaad. Doesn't really say how much. So I don't know, like that. And let's add some salt and pepper, I think, seasoned. Yes, only salt. Throw some salt in there. And then grease a baking tray. So, with the way the dough is right now, it seems like I don't even need to grease anything. So the onions need some more time. This is ready to go. I've got cheese, cheddar. Actually, I got some cheddar, and then I've got some bacon pieces, like these. So I think I'm going to fry them up first. Because so that's what I'm going to do too first. The pan to do that with a high To be honest, this recipe sounds very German to me with the cheese and the bacon. It's a bit like, in my mind, like a Flammkuchen. If I pronounce it right, with the cream. and the onion and the cheese. Okay, so I'm going to continue these two pans, and then 5 more minutes. I'm going to get a pan to put that in. Yeah, I don't know for what to say now. So yeah, see you soon. Okay, I don't know how big call that thing is on. That's the 15 minutes for the time. So I'm going to roll out my dough right now, because I greased this one. Cute heart. Yeah, knead your dough again and roll out. Lay on your greased baking dough. Add some more flour to. To be honest, this actually looks like a pretty decent dough. I hope you can hear me alright with all the noises. So, knead it again. I think that's good. Let me give this a stir. The onions right now look are pretty soft right now. Then this is what the pieces look like. I like them in between. Like, I know people who like them extra crispy, and then I like know people that like this just cooked. So I like them in between, or yeah, a bit crispy but not fully. So I'm going to take it off soon, but this is going to be a pretty. Then I'm going to take both of the heat. Still needs to go in the oven, so the onion will continue to soften, I think, in the oven, and the pan is still hot and the grease is still hot, so I think that will go. I think my tin is too big. Because I need, well, maybe let's put it so hold there. Well, let's leave it like this. See if we can do this trick. Just go grab this one and then roll it like that. Plenty of dough. Look at this. I'm actually very happy with this. Okay, the next step. Spread the onions on the dough. start the evening shift tomorrow again, the midday evening, and I feel like this will be enough for 2 today and for me tomorrow. And I can bring the leftovers to work. Season with pepper. I'm going to do it in a minute when I take off. Sprinkle with bacon cubes and grated cheddar. So I'm going to do just like this. And then a whole lot of cheese. A little more than the recipe says 150 grams, and I think I had 163 or something, but I ate some cubes. Well, my idea right now is to, I'm gonna take this one off, I don't think. Oh, and by the way, I did put a lot more cumin powder in the mixture. So pour your green eggs over it. I'm not sure if that's visible how brown this becomes because I added so much more of this mixture. I had one of those everything that all out. And right now I have the feeling to do it a bit like this, so I have a bit of a, you know, overhang or something. Let's do it like this. That's it. I'm going to clean the scissors, don't worry. A bit like this. Oh. Bake this in a preheated oven to 100 Celsius for an electric circulator 175 for 25 minutes. So it's now almost 3 o'clock. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes. I think I will put it in the oven at 4, so it's ready at dinner, like just before dinner, or not really. That's really early. But the boyfriend is still at work. I like to shoot my videos when he's not at home. I have this thing in my head that I can't film when he's home. I don't know why. I think I'm a bit embarrassed when he's here. And I know I don't have to be, but yeah, I have this left. I need, it's so nice. I need just a dough ball, one of those stress balls that you feel so nice. I put this away. I have no idea what to do with leftover dough right now. So yeah, in an hour I will preheat the oven to 200. Put it in the oven for 25 minutes, and when it's ready for a taste test, I'll do the taste test. And I'm going to clean up first now because let me take this up first. It's well, I don't want to say it's a mess. I think it's pretty clean for but there are dirty dishes. So yeah, I'm going to do those. See you soon. Okay, I just got my heart out of the oven. I took a piece out so we can taste it. So yeah, you can see that it's not really dinner time yet. The boyfriend still isn't home. 15 minutes I think, but yeah, just to have it. I'm very curious about the dough, so let's try a piece of dough first. Not sure if there's anything wrong with it, so let's take a bite with all everything. Hmm. I had to get a few bites in to make up my mind, you know. What do I think about this bite? Tart. And the first thing after those 3 bites was, next time I'm going to mix this up. Like in the pan, just mix the cheese and the bacon in there. Because now the first bite was crust, and the second bite was onion, and the third bite was bacon. And some, you know, every bite had a different component, and you want to have all in the same. You know, you want to have a bite with every flavor. So that's the only thing I think I would do different next time. So because yeah, then you will have a bite of everything. I'm not sure about the cheese. The cheese, like, normally is my favorite cheese. That's why I had it. My shop doesn't have it often, but when it does, I get a block. And I think I prefer just normal cheese. The Gouda, I think we have in the Netherlands. So yeah, but it's a win in my book. I think this is very tasty. The onions, they're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow at work, I think, after a day eating so many onions. But yeah, it's a good recipe. I like this one, and to be honest, it wasn't that much work. We had like 30 minutes complete rest time, like 2 times 15. But for the rest, perfect. I'm so happy with this recipe. I can wait till it's really dinner time. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next video.